Hello and welcome to the Well-Read Monocle. Today we are opening the cage door on a band of monsters, madmen, and reluctant heroes in Joe Abercrombie's latest fantasy heist, The Devils. This is a story about the desperate measures taken when the world is on the brink of ruin. It's a tale of a secret mission, a stolen throne, and a road trip from hell, where the only thing more dangerous than the enemies is the company you keep. The Congregation of the Damned. The story begins in the Holy City, the beating heart of a Europe dominated by the Church. But the Church is in panic mode. The elves, terrifying flesh-eating invaders from the East, are stirring again, and a new crusade is needed to stop them. To unite the fractured human empires, the ruthless Cardinal Zizka hatches a plan to place a puppet on the empty Serpent Throne of Troy. She summons Brother Diaz, a cowardly, self-serving monk who only wants a quiet life of filing paperwork. Instead, she appoints him vicar of the Chapel of the Holy Expediency, a secret dirty ops branch of the Church. Diaz is introduced to his new congregation in the dungeons beneath the Celestial Palace. They aren't monks, they are monsters, offered a choice between execution or service. The team includes Jacob of Thorn, an ancient cynical knight cursed with immortality. He carries the scars of a dozen wars and simply cannot die, no matter how hard he tries. Baptiste, a flamboyant, gold-toothed assassin and thief who treats every disaster like a joke. Balthazar, a vain, arrogant necromancer who claims to be Europe's greatest intellect, despite being constantly humiliated. Baron Ricard, a centuries-old vampire who views the mission with bored amusement and impeccable manners. Sunny, an elf. Despised by humanity, she is a former circus act who can turn invisible and wants only to survive. Viga, a towering tattooed werewolf from the north with zero impulse control and a lust for violence. Their mission is to escort a secret candidate across a war-torn continent to Troy and crown her empress. This candidate is Alex. Alex is no noble. She's a street-smart con artist from the slums who was swindling pilgrims when she was discovered by Duke Michael. Michael claims she is the lost Princess Alexia, heir to the East, identified by a birthmark and a matching half-coin. Alex knows she's a fraud, but the alternative is debt and death, so she plays the part. To ensure loyalty, the terrifying child pope, Benedicta, places a magical binding on the devils. They are physically compelled to protect Alex and see her crowned. The Road of Blood. The group sets out for Troy, accompanied by Duke Michael, but the secret is out before they even leave the city limits. Alex has 3 rival cousins, the sons of the dead Empress Eudoxia, who want her dead. Their journey is a disaster from day one. They are ambushed at an inn by beastmen, horrific hybrids of human and animal created by Eudoxia's dark experiments. In the chaos, Duke Michael is severely injured, his leg shattered. The group is forced to leave him behind to heal, while the monsters drag a terrified Alex and a complaining Brother Diaz toward the coast. Realizing the main ports are watched, they divert to Venice to find a ship. But at sea, they are intercepted by Alex's cousin, Duke Constans. Constans is a vain fop who commands a legion of fish people. A brutal sea battle follows. As the ship burns and sinks, Jacob of Thorn duels Constans. Outmatched by the younger man's skill, Jacob uses his curse to his advantage. He allows Constans to run him through, pinning the Duke in place, and drags him into the depths of the sea to drown. Jacob, unable to die, washes up on shore later, in agony but alive. The Plague Pit. The survivors regroup and continue overland, but they are hunted by the second cousin, Sabas, known as the Angel, because of the mechanical wings he wears. Cornered in a ruined church next to an ancient plague pit, the devils make their final stand. The odds are impossible until Balthazar the necromancer finally gets a chance to shine. He raises a legion of dead bodies from the plague pit. The undead swarm over Sabas and his hunters, dragging the Angel down into the rot. During the chaos, the group bonds in their own dysfunctional way. Alex begins to find her courage, realizing that while she may be a con artist, she's the only hope these outcasts have. The Serpent Throne. Battered, bloody, but alive, the group finally arrives in Troy. The city is a marvel built upon a massive stone pillar, dominated by the pharaohs, a giant lighthouse topped with a magical flame. They are welcomed by the eldest and final cousin Arcadius, and the Coven of sorceresses who served his mother. Arcadius seems reasonable, offering to marry Alex to unite their claims and avoid a civil war. Alex, cleaned up and dressed in finery, begins to think she might actually pull this con off. She even starts to learn the trade of being an empress, utilizing her skills as a thief to navigate the cutthroat court politics. However, it is a trap. The Coven of sorceresses betrays them. They plan to murder Alex and seize power for themselves. The devils are scattered, but they are experts at violence. Jakob, Vigor, and the others fight their way through the palace to save their charge. The final twist. The climax takes place in the throne room and atop the great lighthouse. As the devils fight the sorceresses, Duke Michael reappears. He has recovered from his wounds. In a shocking twist, he reveals that he is the mastermind. He used Alex as bait to remove his nephews, the three rival dukes, so that he could claim the throne for himself. He never cared about Alex. She was merely a tool to clear his path. Jakob of Thorn confronts Duke Michael in the throne room. It is a messy, brutal fight. Michael stabs Jakob, but once again the curse holds. Jakob kills Michael, ending the Duke's ambition permanently. Meanwhile, on the lighthouse tower, Baron Rickard the vampire faces the leaders of the Sorceress Coven. He reveals his true power, burning them to ash with magical fire, sacrificing his own strength to save the mission. With the rivals dead and the sorceresses defeated, Alexia Perigenetus is crowned Empress of the East. She has changed. No longer just a thief, she asserts her authority over Cardinal Ziska. She demands that the devils be freed from their service as a reward for their loyalty. Ziska refuses to let the monsters roam free. She takes the surviving devils, Viga, Baptiste, Balthazar, Rickard, and Sunny, back to the Holy City to be caged again until they are needed next. Only Jakob of Thorn remains free, wandering off into the world, seeking a peace he will likely never find. Brother Diaz decides to stay in Troy as Alex's advisor, having finally found his courage. The book ends on a bittersweet note. The team is broken up, but they survived. Alex sits on the Serpent Throne, a former thief now ruling an empire, waiting for the war with the elves that is sure to come. And back in the Holy City, a new vicar is summoned to take charge of the chapel, hinting that the cycle of using monsters to do the church's dirty work will begin again. And that is the story of the devils. It is a grim, funny, and action-packed ride that asks if redemption is possible for the worst of us, and answers with a resounding, maybe. If you enjoyed this summary, please like and subscribe to the Well-Read Monocle for more literary adventures.